What is up, guys? Evan Aldo here. Today, I am joined by the YouTuber that I've learned the most on how to use Market Cipher, on how to trade from. I'm one of his biggest fans, Jayson Casper. Thank you so much for coming on, man.
Hey man, thanks for having me on your channel. I've been watching you now for what, a week and a half or so since Crypto Face shouted you out, and I enjoy the content, man. I think you offer a lot to the crypto community, so appreciate what you're doing.
Yeah, thanks so much, man. You too. You've been at it for a while. You hustle hard with the farm and everything. I know you really hustle, man.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah. So basically, a lot of people right now, and it's hard to say what's going to happen with Bitcoin. I think the sentiment is a little bit more bullish overall. What's your interpretations telling you? What do you think, man?
Well, this is going to be groundbreaking what I'm about to say, so it's a good thing you're sitting down. But I think we could either come up from here or we could come down. Obviously I'm kidding, but like seriously,
Yeah.
there's a lot of bullish and bearish signals right now. Superficially, if we take a look at the current uptrend that we've been in since the end of July, things are starting to peter out and get a little bit exhausted. We've got the bearish divergences that are forming on the higher time frames. We've got the money flow curving down into the red on the higher time frames. And yet there are still some bullish signs. The fact that we've had these bearish divergences playing out, and yet we haven't had much of a pullback. There's been a lot of selling pressure that hasn't really moved the price downward too much. We have some hidden divergences on like the 1 hour, the 2 hour, the 4 hour, even the 12 hour. And so I'm just kind of agnostic as to, where I see it going. I think if we're going to move up more, we have to come above that golden pocket that we have right around between 51 and 52K. And if not, then I would say in order for it to maintain a healthy uptrend, then, we need to come down and get a bounce probably off that like 42K-ish area or a little bit lower. And if we lose that, man, honestly, I could see us coming back down into the 20s.
Yeah, I mean, I think people are going to get really scared if we have a 20-30% correction, but I personally don't think it's that unhealthy to go down below 30K and then come back up, maybe have a negative September. But the thing I want to ask you is how do you interpret? I mean, there's a lot of conflicting information on Market Cipher, and the way I usually see it is it just means sideways consolidation. Like you said, we're either going to come up or come down. A lot of people say that's obvious, but how do you interpret? Like, do you trade less when it's a lot of conflicting information? How do you cope in these type of situations?
Yeah, let me pop on my screen here.
Okay.
Let me share my my trading view here. And yeah, so here we are.
I see it. Yep.
On the charts here. Took this juicy long this morning.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
Right from the bounce level. But yeah, actually this was it was just the Fibonacci golden pocket. Usually when we're getting these conflicting signals like this, I'm a big fan of, I'm sure if you follow the channel, if anyone follows my channel, I'm a huge fan of using horizontal support and resistances, specifically Fibonacci.
Oh, yeah.
And when in doubt, pull it out, pull out your Fib. That's my motto in life. When in doubt, whip it out.
Oh yeah.
And really what I do is I just wait for us to come to a level. And that's kind of how I scalp when things are sideways like this. I wait for us to come to a level and I really look at Market Cipher to get a good trade. Like, yesterday I took a short off of the 786 that we had right up here. We lost the 786, got a perfect retest with bearish divergences on the 24-minute, shorted it down. We came down here to the golden pocket, hit that thing, wicked down to it. Like, we got a nice bullish divergence on like the 12-minute time frame, and I got long like that. So that's kind of really how I do it in the sideways markets. But
so a little bit more scalp trading, I see. Okay.
A little scalpier. Yeah, I didn't used to be a scalp trader as much, but now that I kind of do this more full time, well, it makes for good YouTube content, number one, and number two, it is pretty fun, right?
Yeah. Two things I want to ask you. So I noticed your Fibonacci, you got that customized out when you whip it out. Like there's some lines missing or some added lines, I'm thinking. How about you talk about that? And I noticed you use regular candles. I use Heiken and Shees. I like them slightly better. I don't notice too much of a difference. How about you talk about that too a little bit?
Sure, man. Well, yeah. So when I pull out the Fib, a lot of times people notice that I don't have my 236 line on here, and I only have right now I only have the 382, the Golden Pocket, and the 786. The reason for that is because, especially if we're trading in these types of sideways markets, the most reactive areas are always going to be the 382 and the Golden Pocket and the 786. And I almost don't even want to pay attention to the 236 level, because a lot of times it's not that significant, at least from just back testing it.
Gotcha. Yeah.
As far as the candles go, it's just a personal preference thing. CryptoFace uses Heiken and She. For me, when I learned how to trade, I learned stock trading, and then I immediately got into Forex. And you just don't use Heiken and She with that. At least that's not the way I learned it. And when I try and use Heiken and She, it really messes with me, because I'm such a big horizontal support and resistance guy. Not that you can't do it with Heiken and She, but I'm looking for those candle body open and closes. And if it messes with me to see a wick as the high. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Are there any time frames you like the most? Any favorite time frame you like?
I love the 4-hour, man.
Me too.
I think the 4-hour is for Bitcoin. I mean, it's really nice. It's small enough where you could still, like, a lot of times I will use the 4-hour even to enter a scalp trade. But then it's big enough so that you could do the swing trades as well,
Yeah, no, that's a great time frame. I'm curious about so you said you started with stock trading, then Forex, then crypto. What is there any I've never tried stock trading, or at least not day trading with stocks or Forex. Is there any significant difference? I mean, could someone who's good at Bitcoin trading get into those, or?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely different. Stock trading, the markets are open 5 days a week, 9 to 4 Eastern time. Forex, the markets are closed every Saturday. But the basic principles of technical analysis are the same. And really, especially when it comes to Forex, which I want to get back into, let's just take a look real quick. If we just pull up the most basic Euro USD EUR pair here, let's go to Forex and just go to the daily time frame. If we're talking about swing trading, right? Just swing trading on the daily time frame. I mean, if you just, with the most basic, using Market Cipher with the big BitBoy green dots, or not even the big BitBoy green dots, just a big old wave on Market Cipher B below the -60 line, these are swing trades. You could just hold them for like, a month, and you just earned, 2%. Such easy, you don't even have to follow it. But this trade right here on this green dot, you're talking 6% in about 2 months. And so just a low key swing trading, you get anchor trigger, you enter, boom, you hold that thing for a few days, shorting, longing. I mean, really, you don't have to know much technical analysis at all. If you just go by like the anchor triggers and money flow crossovers. Look at this, man. Money flow crossover on the daily. Boom, you're just holding this thing forever. Money crosses under, stopped out in profit, enter a short, come down,
The thing I would say is, like, people don't have patience. Like, people want to always be in a trade. They always want to be doing something. And that's why people lose, I feel like, a lot of times.
Oh, for sure. Patience is so key, man. Even with scalping. I mean, like today, like I was waiting for that level for so long. And there were so many times where I felt like the train was going to leave without me, right? Getting divergences and price pumping up without hitting my level. But this is something I want to do to, I'm sorry, but this is something I want to do to supplement my crypto trading, where if you want to take some time off being so intensive, if you have the capital that you've earned from trading crypto, this is more of a passive income, slowly accumulating kind of thing you can do.
Yeah, no, that's very interesting. I've never really looked into to Forex in that aspect. I was going to say, like, the psychology, like your mind always wants you to kind of be in a trade. Like, you always want to FOMO into something, especially with crypto, because it's 24/7. You always want to be there. But the secret a lot of times is just to wait until something comes. And that's why I think the most profitable people, they're only doing, 1 or 2 trades a week, especially these swing trades that are so profitable. But yeah. Anyway, man, it's been a great discussion. The last thing I wanted to ask you is, I know I heard you say somewhere that you went all in on Bitcoin back in 2015. Is that true?
Yes, that
Wow.
is true. So I was listening to a podcast of somebody. I guess he's like a Bible teacher kind of guy that I like, and he had somebody on his show talking about Bitcoin and the potential of it, and being somebody who really, I don't have much faith in the Keynesian debt-based economy that we have here, and I
Right.
believe the collapse of the dollar is inevitable. Looking for ways to preserve the purchasing power that I have, understanding the downfalls of physical precious metals, it's just something that really appealed to me. I saw the potential for it to increase in value. So really, I started dabbling in it. And then in 2016, my wife and we decided to take everything we had and just put it into crypto. And then, of
Wow.
course, the bull run happened. That's actually how we were able to purchase our homestead, where we have a little farm here and stuff, because of that. And that really made me see the potential of it. And then being into trading Forex, when margin trading started to become more popular with Bitcoin, I'm like, wow, this is amazing, because you can long and short, and you can use such high leverage, and there's no regulation. And I just saw the potential in that. And because I was able to generate so much capital just by putting all my savings into Bitcoin and hodling through that bull cycle, I was actually able to accumulate enough capital to actually now do it and do it full time.
Gotcha. That's awesome, man. So, I mean, where should people look to find you? Anyone from my channel who wants to check out Jayson Casper, where are you most active on? YouTube?
Yeah, youtube.com/Jayson Casper. I'm on Twitter at Jayson Casper. I'm on TikTok as well at Jayson
Oh yeah.
Casper. Even though they ban me a lot for posting crypto stuff.
Interesting. You can't post the crypto stuff on TikTok. Okay.
Yeah, this is interesting. And then my Discord, I have a free Discord. I also have a VIP Discord where I post my trade setups and my daily technical analysis and stuff like that. All that stuff is, if you go to my videos, you can find the links in the description.
Gotcha, man. That's awesome. Thank you so much for coming on, man. It's an honor to interview you. Have a good one, man.
You too, man. Thanks for having me. I'm honored to be here.
Goodbye.
All right, peace.
All right.